Welcome and thanks for joining me right here on the channel. The solution is you. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling great. I hope you are too. Now, if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. With that, let me go ahead and jump into today's content. Now, the topic of today: wild escapades. 3 moments of nervousness. Now, a lot of us men are involved in a lot of wild things when it comes to women. Now, typically, a man, especially if you're a single guy, there are situations with women that you just cannot turn down. So, if you're at a party and there's a nice looking woman that's alone and you see an opportunity to go and talk to her, you're going to take up on that offer. If there's a situation where there's a few women that is maybe at dinner or something, and you have a chance to introduce yourself, maybe you're going to pay for everyone's meal or something like that, you may step up to the challenge and cover all the expenses. There are so many instances where we as men have seen other guys step up to challenges, and in some instances it works out, and in others there's some great embarrassment. But for the most part, as men, we have egos and we always like to see ourselves on top. But there are some instances with women where you're in a wild situation. You could be in a situation where the woman that you're dealing with, could become a potential partner of yours. And during this wild situation, you have some reservations about whether or not you want to move forward. So let me go ahead and get into the 3 moments of nervousness as it relates to wild escapades. So, number one, overtime wax job. So, this is a situation where your car is very dirty, and it just so happens to be a nice day during the week. Let's say it's a Wednesday, and you decide to go to your local car wash to give your ride a nice washing and waxing. And because the sun is out and it's a very nice day, you decide to just go ahead and jump in the ride. You're going to go down to the local car wash and you're going to go ahead and get your car washed up. So you go down to your local car wash, you jump out, you pop the trunk, and you're getting all the things that you need to get the car washed. So you have your soap, you got your sponge, you have your towels, you even have the different washes and the wax that you need. So you take all of that out of your trunk. And so you notice that you're the only one at the moment that is at the car wash. And so you go ahead, you get the change that you need, and you begin washing your car. So you got some music going on while you're kind of washing the car. So you have your windows just slightly down a little bit so that you can go ahead and listen to the music, keep you busy while you're washing the car. So you have it all lathered up, and you got your sponge, and you're starting from the front and you're working your way to the back, and you're jamming to whatever you have on the radio. And so now you don't work your way to the trunk of the car, and you washing off the trunk, you going around in circles with the sponge, making sure that you hit every area. And suddenly s- you feel somebody walk up on you. So now you're kind of startled because you were the only one at the car wash, and someone just walked up on you without saying anything. So now you turn around, and there's 2 women that done walked up on you. So they saying, well, I hope we didn't startle you. And so you're trying to play it off like, no, no, how y'all doing? And so they say, yeah, we doing fine. We seen you over here washing the car, whatever. Your car's looking good. So, you saying, well, yeah, I appreciate that. So what are y'all into today? What y'all up to? What y'all doing at the car wash? And so they was like, well, we saw you here. So we wanted to come over and see what you were doing. And so you say, well, I'm doing my thing. I'm wrapping up. My car needed some scrubbing, and I decided to go ahead and come on out. So here I am. I'm about finished up though. And so now they're like, and so these women, because it's kind of warm outside, these are some nice looking women, trim, and they have on shorts, and both of them have on like some slides, but they're looking nice. And so they're out, done walked up on you, and you're the only one at the car wash, so you finishing up on the car. And so now they like, well, hey, where you going? You're like, well, hey, I just plan to come out to the car wash, but I'm on my way back home. So now they're like, well, can we roll with you? And you like, well, do y'all live over here? And so they tell you, yeah, we live right in this area. And then you say, well, why you want to go with me? Because I don't plan to come back over here. And so they're telling you, don't worry about all that. So now you kind of wondering to yourself, like, that don't make sense. Y'all live over here and don't know me, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to come back to this area, and y'all want to ride. And so your house is about a good 35 minutes away. So you tell them again, I'm not coming back over here, right? And they like, yeah, we understand that, but we want to roll with you. So you can't turn them down because how good they looking. And so you say, okay, cool. Y'all go ahead and jump in, and I'm headed back to the house. So I really don't know what y'all want to do, but I'll go ahead and take you with me. But I'm going back to the house. So you get in the car, they jump in the back, and you driving. So y'all having casual conversation. And so now you're driving this 35-minute drive, no traffic. So now you make it to your house. So now you're at your house, you park the car, your car is shiny, and y'all had some good conversations. So you're like, all right, now we're here. And then they like, okay, cool. So this is where you stay. So now they observing your house and everything. So he's like, yeah, this is where I stay at. And they like, so where your woman at? And actually, this was part of the conversation when they were driving over, but you didn't want to give them too much information. So you were just saying, well, hey, this is my spot. This is where I stay, and I'm finna go indoors. What y'all finna do? And so now they say, well, we coming in with you. And so you're like, you're thinking again. You're like, why? Why they wanna? They don't even know me. Why they wanna come way over here? And now they wanna come in with me. Don't even know if I have a woman or not that's living with me. So at the moment, you by yourself. So you like, all right, y'all come on in then. So you go in your house. They right behind you, and you close the door and you tell them have a seat in the living area. You say, y'all have a seat. I'm gonna go in here and get washed up right quick. But y'all go ahead and have a seat. Y'all need anything to drink before I go in here and get washed up? So they say, yeah, what you got? And so you say, well, I got a little lemonade. I got a couple of sodas in there. Um, Go ahead and make yourself at home. Just grab what you need. I'm gonna go here and get washed up, and I'll be right back. So you go in there and just get washed up really quickly. It only takes you about 2 or 3 minutes. You're not doing a full shower or anything. You're just getting washed up. And so you come back out, and you see that both of them have just a half glass of lemonade. And so, you head to your room, you checked on them, everything was good, you headed to your room or whatever. And so while you're in your room, you kind of thinking to yourself, like, man, what's really going on? And so as you thinking to yourself, you get a knock on your door, your room door. So now you go to the room door, and one of the girls is like, Hey, you gonna let me come in? And so now you don't know what to say because usually you have no problems with women's advances, but this was just a little too bold for you. So a lot of men find themselves in situations where a woman may try to advance on you, and usually you welcome it, everything that comes your way. I know there's a lot of you out there like that that you would jump into any situation that involves a woman. But this is a situation where it caught you kind of by surprise because there's two of them. So the woman is one of the women is now wanting to come in your room and it's kind of throwing you off. So you're like, all right, well, we done came this far. Go ahead and come in the room. So she comes in the room, she sits on your bed, but she kind of plops down to where she's bouncing on the bed. And so you like, oh, she's really comfortable. So now you like, so everything good with you? And so she's like, yeah, everything's fine. And so now she lays back on the bed. So she was sitting down, but now she's done laid back on her back. And next thing you know, she done undid her shorts. So, you don't want to seem as if you are objective to this, but you're trying to see where she's going with this. And what is the other girl doing while this is going on? So you ask her, say, what is your homegirl doing in there? And she was like, well, she ain't doing nothing. She just in there chilling. So what about you? What you gonna do? And so now you're like, what you mean? What I'm gonna do? And so now she goes ahead and takes off her shorts. And so you're like, what man, what are y'all doing? And so she's like, go ahead and lock that door. Don't worry about what we doing. Go ahead and lock the door. So now you go and lock the door, and she done took off everything else. And then so she grabs you and pulls you to the bed. So you like, man, what's going on? What about your homegirl in there? And so now at this point you thinking it's just a matter of time before a homegirl comes and knocks on the door. So you're like in bed and now you done took care of business and everything. So now, once everything is done, you're in a hurry to get back into the living area because you're like, what's going on in the living area? What is this other girl doing? Is she at the door? Did she leave? Did she fall asleep? So now, the one that you in the room with, she dresses back up and she like, did you enjoy that? And you're like, yeah, that was pretty cool. It kind of blew my mind, but that was pretty cool. And so you're like, well, let me go in here and see what's going on with your homegirl. So the homegirl, she just in there looking at her phone. So now, you really kind of confused as to what's going on. So now the girl that you was with goes back into the living room and she tells the other girl, you ready, girl? And she like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So then they both leave. So now you like confused and don't know what to think. So now you let them out the door and you say, well, y'all gonna be good? And you're like, yeah, we'll be good. We'll find our way back home. So you close the door and you kind of look out the blinds and you see them walking off. So now once they're out of sight, you get up and you start looking around. You looking all through the kitchen and you looking in the living area and you start looking in some of the other rooms to see if anything is missing, but nothing's missing. So now you kind of scratching your head. Number two, ride sharing. So now you're the type of guy that you don't have a car, but you need to get back and forth to work. And the job that you work at is about a good hour away from where you stay. So the thing is, in order to get there, you have to catch the local city bus. And when you catch this bus, it's going to drop you off to catch a train. So you have to catch a bus, then you have to get on the train. The train is faster because there's virtually no stops. And so you get on the train, but the thing about this, the third leg of your trip, you're not able to make it because it's a Saturday, it's the weekend, and on the weekends, the schedule is different. So it doesn't accommodate you from getting from the train station to the destination, which is your job. So now you have to call you up a ride share. So you have to call up an Uber or something, a Lyft, to get you from the train station to your job. So you can't walk from the train station because it'll be way too far. You're talking like over 30-minute walk. So so usually once you get to the train station, you plan your ride out so that they can come and get you and then drop you off. So this is what's going on a Saturday that you have to work. So this is a series of trips and things that you have to take in order to get to work to make the money that you need. You have to do whatever you can to pay the bills. So you've been doing this pretty often. This has been going on about 6 months. So now there's this particular ride share that picks you up, and it's a woman. So the woman picks you up. She's a middle-aged woman. She's about in her early 50s, and she's a nice looking woman. So she picks you up. She works the area. So this one Saturday, you're in the back of the ride. She's driving you to the job, and she's asking you questions about the job that you're at, and how long you've been catching the bus and stuff like this. And so you let her know, hey, I've been working out here quite some time. I'm working on getting me a car, but I'm doing what I can for now. So she's holding a great conversation with you, and she's told you a little bit about her and that she has a daughter that she believes that is would really be interested in you just based off the conversation you guys have had. And the next time that she sees you, because now it's been a few Saturdays that the rideshare driver has picked you up, and so she's indicated that the next time she sees you, she should have her daughter with her, and she looks forward to you guys, linking up, and you will take it from there. So now the next Saturday comes up where you need the ride share, so you give them a call. You've paid the money or whatever, so you're in there, and the woman is there. She's driving, and this time she has her daughter. So her daughter is about 29 years old, 28, 29, and she's a good looking girl. So you couldn't believe how good she was looking. And the thing about this situation is that she doesn't look exactly like her mom. Actually, they don't really look alike at all. But the daughter was really on point. The body was nice and nice attitude, and you know, she everything about her you enjoyed. So when you got in on this particular Saturday, the driver was like, "See, this is my daughter, and I wanted you to meet her, and I think you two will be nice." So you introduce yourself, she introduces her, and everything is cool. So they drop you off, and now it's a whole nother week that has went by. So the next week go by, and now it's Saturday again. So now the same rideshare driver picks you up, and the daughter is there. So she's like, "Hey, good to see you again." And so now you like, "Okay, cool, yeah, how you doing?" And then so the mom is, she's driving, she's smiling because you and the daughter have got to know each other, and everything seems to be good. And so the daughter, that's how most moms are when they have a daughter that is happy and has met someone, and y'all are getting along. Everybody's smiling and having a great time, having good conversation. But now it's almost time to drop you off, so you'll be at your destination in about 5 minutes. But the mom tells you, "I tell you what, instead of instead of you trying to go through the hassle of finding you a way back, to the train station, then you trying to get back home, I'll pick you up and take you back to your house. How's that?" So you like, "Are you sure? Because that's kind of far. I mean, you a rideshare driving everything, and you got to get paid, right?" She's like, "Don't worry about all of that. we'll pick you up and I'll take you back to your house, wherever that may be. So you're like, okay, well, all right, if that's cool with you, I'm cool with it. So now you're at work and you're thinking about this all day long. So you're like, man, I don't believe this. She's driving and been driving all day, and I don't get off until, about 9 p.m. And they're going to pick me up and take me all the way home. We're not going to arrive until about 10 o'clock. I don't know, but we'll see. So you already have the phone number. So all she's doing is just telling you to give her a call once you get off. So about 10 minutes before you get off, you give them a call so you can kind of time when you get off so they'll be out there. So you're off work, and they pull up. So you get in, you're in the back seat, and this time the the daughter's in there and she's in the back seat. So usually she's in the front seat, but now she's in the back seat. And you notice that there's a bag in the back, right? So you don't pay it any mind, but so you're talking and she's like, how was your shift? And you're like, oh, everything was cool. And so she's like, okay, well, give me that address of where you live. And so you're like, are you sure you're going to take me all the way? Because it's kind of far. It's about an hour or so. So she's like, yeah, don't worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just make sure y'all have a great time. I just want to make sure y'all are good. So she's like, okay, cool. Here's the address. So now it's about an hour and 10 minutes out to your spot. So to get to your house, you done pulled up, and as soon as you pull up, you're like, okay, man, I really appreciate this. Man, y'all went out of your way or whatever. You know you didn't have to do this. So before you get out, she's like, well, it wasn't no big deal, but however, we do got to get up early in the morning. And do you mind if me and her spend the night over your place so that we can get up early? Because we actually have a run that's not too far from here. So are you cool with that? And so, you considered that they went out of their way to take you home. So what harm would it do for you to have them spend the night? So now you say, well, sure, go ahead and come on in. You can go ahead and come on in, spend the night, you can have the couch, and I can make things as comfortable as I can for you, but you can go ahead and come in. Who am I to say no? So that's what you're thinking to yourself. So you go in the house, both of them come in, they have a few bags with them. And so you help her daughter come in, you holding the bag, y'all are in the house now. It's a little bit about 11 o'clock at night. So now y'all are chilling. And so you done took your shower, tell them they can go in and get washed up as well. And now you're in your room and you're watching TV, but you're coming back in to see what's going on. And then so the daughter has said, well, let me come in and see what's going on in here. Let's come in and take a look at your room. So she comes in, looks at your room. She's like, oh man, you got it really nice in here. Got everything nicely organized. This is too nice for a man alone to be living here. Where your woman at? So now you're like, well, yeah, it's just me. It's just me. I'm trying to get my thing together. I don't have a woman that I'm dealing with right now. It's just me trying to, come up in life. So she's like, oh, this is nice. So you have a chair in the room. And so she sits down in the chair and you're looking at all the thickness. And she has like a little pajama outfit, short set. You know how most of the women are, when they sitting down and the legs are on display and nice and comfortable, just got out the shower, smelling very nice, then got lotion down, maybe got the baby oil or something all on the legs. So this is what you're dealing with. So the daughter is in the room with you, and you have a pretty big room, and you have, the big screen, you have some nice sheets on the bed, everything is lovely, everything is nice. You even have some scented candles going. So now you're going back and forth between the room and the living area, and you're just making sure everything is nice for everybody. So the daughter's still in the room. So you go in the room, you got the door open because you want the mom to realize that everything is good in the room, right? So you're in there and you're playing some games, some checkers on the bed. So both of you are playing a game of checkers, and you one around, she's one around, and everything is good. Y'all are laughing, and so her mom is coming to the door every now and then to check and see what's going on. And as y'all put up the checkers, and now y'all gonna begin to listen to some music. Now the mom done came in. She done took her shower, and now she's in the room. So y'all are having conversation, and you kind of wondering, kind of like where things are going, because now the mom has come in the room and the daughter's in there, and both of them are looking pretty decent. So now you're in the room, all three of y'all, and you're like, well, shoot, let me go ahead and cut the music off. Let me turn on the movie. That'll at least be something that can keep all of us, entertained. And so you put on the movie, and this is a scary movie. So usually scary movies is something that can really set the mood. You don't want nothing that's romance, or you don't want anything that's too vulgar or anything. So you put on a scary movie. So that's usually something that anybody can relate to. So you're in the room and you're chilling, you're on the bed, and the daughter, while you're in the bed, you up at the head of the bed, the daughter has now come and has gotten on one side of the bed just like you. So now you chilling, but you're trying to act like you don't notice it. And now the mom, because you have one of those Cali King beds. So now the mom has come and she's laying across the foot of the bed. Now, mind you, they both have on their pajama stuff. And so the mom out of nowhere starts rubbing your feet. And you're like, well, in your mind, you're like, what's going on with this? And she's like, oh, you seem kind of tense. And so she's talking to the daughter and like, oh, baby, you see how tense he is? Come feel these feet. So now the daughter has come and she's felt the feet. She's like, oh yeah, he is tense. Hold on, let me get this other foot. So the mom is working on one foot and the daughter is working on the other foot. So now what are you gonna say? Stop? I mean, so you like, whoa, wait a minute. And so the mom is like, how'd that feel to relax after a hard day's work? And you're like, well, shoot, um, you don't know what to say. So now the movie is about to go off. So now you're like, well, shoot, let me cue up another movie. And so now the daughter's like, nah, you ain't got to do that. Nah, it's about us time. It's about time to go to bed. So now you like, go to bed. All right. Um, well, y'all have a good night, and I'm about to turn over and go to sleep. I know y'all got to get up early. And now the the daughter has taken the lotion and started to rub your back as you turned over. So now you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Well, what are y'all up to in here, man? And so they like, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Don't be worried about what we doing in here. So now both of them are giving you the good old rub down. And before you knew it, everything is going down in the bedroom. Number 3, thou shalt not tell. So you at the job and you have a lot of friends, men and women. But it just so happens that one of your women friends, she is the daughter of a well-known pastor in your area. Now, she is the opposite race as you. So you're black, she's white. But she's a good friend, probably one of the best friends that you've had. And she understands that you are not a church guy, but you are great friends and you help each other out. So the thing about this friend is that her father is well known, well respected, well known. He's a preacher. He's known for going around the world and preaching, giving the word, saving souls. And this is a no nonsense preacher. So he believes in doing the right thing, helping as many people as there is to help, and leading a lifestyle that is Christ like. And so you and your lady friend, who is a white woman, very nice looking, very nice attitude, has a nice reputation, will go out of her way to make sure that you are good and other people are happy. You two are always helping each other at work. So if there's something that she needs, you help her out. If there's something that you need, she's going out of her way to make sure you have exactly what you need. Now, there's this particular time in which she is trying to get you on board with maybe joining the church because you look as if like you could possibly change your life only if you had someone to intervene and kind of show you the ropes and get you involved, maybe by reading the Bible and just indulging in a lot of different things that will change your life and put you on a path of getting closer to Christ. So now, one weekend, she's invited you to come over so that you can have the best experience possible when it comes to walking the path of righteousness. Because you've been doing a lot of things in life, and this is a woman that you could confide in, and you've told her some of the things that you've been doing, some of your wild escapades, and some of the things that you've been involved in with women. And she's going to continue to do the things that she needs in order to turn your life around. So she's invited you one Saturday evening to come over so that you can read the Bible and maybe take part in maybe a late evening service there at the house, because everyone is not, you know, into going to church. Sometimes you can go to church, and but there's other times and there's other people who would prefer to do their worship outside of church, maybe at home. There are some people who like to handle worship at some other venue. But with her situation, she wants you to come over and be in a comfortable environment where you come to her house. So you've already lined up to come out to her house, and in your mind, you're thinking, okay, cool. She's going to have a father there and my mother. Maybe she's going to have some other members of the family. I'm going to come over and we're all going to get into the word. So you show up. Now, this is about 7:30 in the evening. So you pull up. It's almost dark outside. You go and knock on the door. She tells you to come around to the back because for some reason something's going on with the front door. So you go ahead and go around back. So you go around back. She lets you in. You work your way to the front room area where the living area. So now you're sitting down. So she shows up and says, "Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming over." So you're asking, "Hey, where your father at? Where's everyone at?" She's like, "Well, my father, he's out of town right now. He's doing his thing like he always does. But and my mom, she's working late, and there's nobody else here, just me and you." And you look there's a table that's just to your right while you're sitting on the couch, and you notice there's a Bible right there. And as you're looking off, you're kind of looking at the different things in the living area, and you see the picture of the pastor, and you see his wife, a picture of his wife, and then there's some other pictures of the family pets and some friends and things on the wall. So you're like, cool, cool. All right. So when we getting started? So now she says, well, let me go ahead and I'm gonna go upstairs right quick. You just stay right here. We're gonna get started here soon, but just want you to be comfortable because you know what we've talked about before. I want you to be comfortable. But I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna get something. Don't worry, I want you to be comfortable and I'll be right back. So it takes about a good 15, 20 minutes. Then she comes back downstairs. But you notice she has a robe on. So you're like, well, did you take a shower or something? She like, yeah, I was in there just getting freshened up. I hope that's okay with you. And you're like, well, yeah, that's cool. I'm comfortable. So, I don't blame you for getting comfortable. So now she's downstairs. So she sits on the couch. And so you're like, okay, well, I see you got this Bible over here. And she's like, oh, yeah, pass that over to me. So now you pass her the Bible. So she's sitting on the couch and she opens it up. She reads a few scriptures and she starts to rub her foot against your leg. So, you ain't really tripping over that because maybe sometimes, legs may be a little long and maybe she didn't realize it. So so now, you're talking about a few things regarding the scriptures and she like she's looking at you and you looking at her, but now you can kind of tell that she's not really into the whole program that she has going on. She's more focusing on you. And you notice that the robe is kind of draped open a little bit, so you can kind of see a little water from the shower kind of rolling down her chest. And so you're trying not to really pay too much attention because you don't want to seem like you're being disrespectful. So now she kind of moves over a little bit and she's telling you, I really appreciate you for coming over. I've always, appreciated you and you've been taking care of me when I need whatever I need, you take care of it. And, I can really, really appreciate you for that because not many do what you do. So now she reaches over and she kisses you right on the lips. So now you're like, well, you're welcome. And she's like, I know. So then she puts her finger on your lips. She's like, no, no, thank you. And she's like, just for you, taking time out to come over. I mean, you came over at a great time when no one's here. I want to show you my appreciation. So now she takes off her robe and she has nothing on underneath this robe. And now she jumps on you while you're on the couch and she kind of straddles your lap and you can't believe what's happening. So now as she's got the prizes all in your face, you're looking in the distance at the wall of her father on the wall, and you're looking back at her, and now she started kissing you all over. And now you're in a situation that you can't believe that you're in. You're actually super nervous. And so you're like, oh, where is this going? What are you trying to do here? And she's like, don't worry about all of that. Let me repay you for all the kind things that you've done for me. This is the only time I really get a chance to do anything outside of the normal events that I have. So I want you to sit back and just enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I thank you for listening to me today. Please understand that the solution is you. With that, have a great day.